Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I just wanted to make this video because I felt I needed to make this video because at the end of the day, you know, when you do YouTube videos and all that type of shit, at the end of the day, you put yourself out there for people to say stuff about you and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, as long as it just don't get too personal. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't get to the point to where people is threatening you and all that type of shit. Now, if you know, if you a content creator and you show up to somebody's house and they do something to you, or you keep saying that you gonna do this and do that when you see this person and you happen to really run across them and they lay your ass out, then okay. Remember, you wanted that. Now, I'm gonna say this much. I'm just looking at some of the content that Cynthia G has just been putting out over the last couple of years. And I got to tell you, she really is starting to sound more paranoid and deranged and self hating like it's nobody's business. At the end of the day, the way she talk, you can clearly tell that she don't believe in herself. And I know she don't believe the bullshit that comes out of her mouth. But at the end of the day, she's built a following. She's built a following of the type of content she puts out. It seemed to me that her content now is just predicated and dedicated to just um, dissing and bashing black men. And that's what her whole concept is now, putting down black men. I guess that's paying off for her. She's getting a lot of views, and it's unfortunate to see that there's a lot of primary black women that follow her, that believe in the bullshit that comes out her mouth. Now, you have some men that will cape for her and simp for her, but at the end of the day, that's what happens when you have some men that are just desperate for pussy and desperate for attention. Any man that will constantly defend the actions of a woman and don't hold her accountable under no circumstance, no matter what she does, at the end of the day, they a punk, they a simp, and that's just the bottom line. One thing about me, I've predicated my channel on holding both black men and black women accountable when they on some fuck shit that can hurt our community. I've never said that black men are ahead of black women, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that black women is ahead of black men. At the end of the day, we got to do this together. At the end of the day, Cynthia G's channel has became very divisive. And that's just the bottom line. And she has a lot of followers. That's cool. I'm not trying to make this video because I'm hoping that she responds and I'm trying to clout chase and all that shit. I don't need to clout chase nobody. I'm just voicing my opinion. The same way she got something to say about everybody. Where is it that you can't say anything about her? But, you know, I'm just saying. And the thing is, she constantly contradicts herself on her channel. At the end of the day, she will make every video hollering about that black men worship white women, which is not false. And every video she says black man as a whole, which she shouldn't do, because I don't never make no video saying all black men or all black women do this. I always say some. Okay, because I know that all black women don't think like her. I say some, or the ones that think like her. And I really think that's, you know, bullshit for her to say black man as a whole, because she don't know every black man. I've never met her a day in my life or ever talked to her. Now, I want to say this right quick. Now, I've been hearing things, and I understand that there are black men that are upset with the concept of her channel and how she constantly puts down and attacks black men. But at the end of the day, it ain't no reason for y'all to be threatening her life because I hear she's been getting death threats. People have been, saying they found where her mother lived and all that kind of stuff. I just want to say to brothers that's doing that, don't do that. Y'all got to be better than that. It ain't that serious. It ain't no reason to, what I'm saying, threaten her life, because at the end of the day, she's not genuine. And I could just tell by how Cynthia G talks, she got low self-esteem, and she's a damaged person. I don't know what didn't happen to her in her life, but you could tell she clearly broken. And the type of vitriol and hatred she has for black men in her videos and the way she, bashes black men, you could tell something personal happened to her. And no matter how tough she tries to talk, she has some serious daddy issues and may have mommy issues. And when you put content out like she does, where she basically excuses black women from any accountability when things don't go their way, when a relationship with a black man don't work out. And I think that's black women's biggest problem. And that's just the honest truth. I think that's the problem with a lot of black women, or so that think like Cynthia G. Didn't say all, a lot of black women that think like Cynthia G. They love to dodge responsibility. They will put everything on the guy. And Cynthia G, you can clearly tell she's a narcissist with low self-esteem that don't ever look in the mirror and be like, what am I doing wrong? It's always the other person's fault. And I've seen this in our community a lot with black men and black women. And I just see how she talks. And like I said, let me tell you where a lot of her hypocrisy comes from. She will make video after video about how black man worships white women or non-black women, which is not true. Every black man ain't checking for a white woman or a non-black woman, because me myself, I desire black women. I love black women. I love looking at black women. And that's the honest to God truth. Light, dark, I don't care. I just like them. I just love them. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. She just blames everything on black men. I just wish one day she would take the time out and ask herself, am I the problem? But like I said, she's a narcissist. She really is. No matter how tough she tries to talk, she really is. But she is suffering from some serious eternal issues, because she is fighting some serious demons. She really is. And like I said before, I feel bad for her to a certain degree, because I know she don't truly believe some of the shit that comes out her mouth. But the funny thing is, like I say, where the hypocrisy comes, like I said, she loves to holler about how black men worship Becky and Karen and how we can't live without them. And that's not true. It really isn't true. But at the end of the day, she'll make videos celebrating white men or non-black men who supposedly love black women, which, by the way, that's a fucking lie. Because I'm going to continue to expose these whites and these non-black motherfuckers for their newly found desire for black women, which is a lie. Like I keep saying, if you look at what's going on TV and social media, they're basically, hiring these black women to slut theyself out and basically devalue black women and just portray them as whores, just like that dumbass idiot fucking bitch. Yeah, I said it. That was sitting up twerking in DC, and then at the end of all that twerking, she had the audacity to try to take a shot at black men and say that we are hindering black women from displaying their sexuality and ain't nothing wrong with twerking and yeah. Bitch, shut up. Stop it. Please. Please. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. I can tell you this much, and this is real talk. Cynthia G didn't allowed white men and non-black to come on her channel and sit up there and talk about black men. But she claimed we worship white women or non-black women. I can tell you this much. Ain't no white motherfucker or no Mexican motherfucker, no Asian motherfucker, no other non-black motherfucker gonna come on my channel and talk about black women. Not on my fucking watch. And she's done that on several occasions. And then she loves to say that, and then she puts those ridiculous videos out. Oh, this white man, like, what? For real. She quick to holler about that black men are jealous of white men and now, but why would I be jealous of a melanin mutant, a snow creature? For real. For what? What is there to be jealous of? Why would I be jealous of a sun deficient motherfucker? For real, what is there to be? And she loves saying, oh, this white man made this video giving black women props and black men are mad. Mad about what? It's funny how she keep track of who black men are sleeping with, but then she shies away from, the black women that are dating outside their race. And then when she talks about it, she tries to justify it. Like I said, like she tried to make it seem like black man was jealous of Serena's scrub, nasty ass, didn't know how to wash his white ass, piece of shit husband. The same dude that sat up there and let somebody snatch his wife phone and didn't do jack shit. Let his wife run after the dude. And who, when people was attacking Serena, a black man was defending her. And I'm going to just say this to any black woman that happened to stumble across this video. If you believe that bullshit that Cynthia G say, I feel very, very sorry for you. And at the end of the day, you can get mad at that Kevin Reynolds or whatever his name is, but to a certain degree, a lot of shit he said has some legitimacy to it. Black women feel like they have to boost themselves up by attacking black men and putting down black men. But you won't do that to no white man. Because no real respectable white man ain't going to put up with that. He going to get rid of your ass. Now, if he's some simp ass white dude that's just desperate for a piece of black ass, then he might put up with it for a little while. But then when he gets tired of it, he going to kick your ass to the curb. I promise you that. Because the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And that shit about, and I'm so tired of hearing that garbage, that malarkey about, oh, black men are just intimidated by a strong black woman. How does putting down your spouse or the person you with make you strong and attacking them? And then that like I said, that's the biggest crock of shit out there. Oh, black men are intimidated by a self-efficient, self-reliant black woman. Ooh, really? Okay. But that's funny. You hear a black woman saying they don't need no man, right? I don't need no man for nothing. I'm independent. Okay, that's cool. Well, damn, if you so independent, why you asking me to take your broke ass to McDonald's to get your daughter a Happy Meal that you should have got before I even came there on the first date? They love to holler that shit about how independent they is until they run out of money. Then they hollering about, oh, well, if you can't do for me, then you ain't gonna be with me. But you so independent. If you independent, you don't need shit from me, right? So I'm just saying, you hear a lot of bullshit with some black women. And like I said, I'm not attacking the sisters. I'm just getting at the ones that's ignorant and think like Cynthia G. Cynthia G is a ignorant. Even though she's very smart, she's ignorant. And at the end of the day, another reason that I'm advising black women to stop listening to her, she tricking y'all. She is miserable, and she wants y'all to be miserable. That's just real talk. You listen to her and you talk that shit to a real live alpha male, you ain't gonna have them. Cause no real man would let no woman disrespect them and talk to them like that. And ain't no woman with any kind of sense gonna listen to the shit that Cynthia G says. Who do Cynthia G have? Exactly. And I mean the hypocrisy that comes out of Cynthia G's mouth, how she talk about black men are breeders and beta males and all this type of shit. Like I said, you can send this video to her. I ain't worried about her making no response video. Cause like I said, I love free publicity. And I'm not worried about no simps that follow Cynthia G neither making a video. Because I already know what type of dudes listen to Cynthia G and follow her. I already know. Only simps follow her. Those the real beta males. But for real, why would you listen to a woman telling you, trying to give you life advice about a man and black men and how they think, when Cynthia G swore up and down her, you know, she had her standards about what type of man she would date and be with. But this is the same woman that went across country chasing dick, linked up with a scrub. Well, I ain't gonna call the man a scrub. She linked up with the very man that she talks about on her channels. Because you know she has a few channels. Now she met some dude, and we all know who the nigga was. She went cross country to link up with the dude, got pregnant by him. You know what I'm saying? Basically was letting the dude she met off the internet, knock her down, you know, tapped in walls, that had multiple kids by multiple women. And I think some of his kids were not 100% black. I think he had a couple of non-black baby mamas. But this is the very person that she went and linked up with, who she was telling black women on her channel to watch out for, but she went and got pregnant by one. And y'all listen to her? Are you serious? And then when she got called out on it, she tried to change the whole narrative. Oh, well, I thought that way about him, but when I seen how he interacted and seen what a good father, no, don't matter. Don't matter. You said you wouldn't hook up with a dude like that. And at the end of the day, that is tough. If you a woman linking up with a man that got, like, you should always be aware, if you a woman and you link up with a man that got like 6 kids by 6 different women. And a man should be very wary of a woman that he meet that got 4 kids by 4 different men. She's a breeder too. She's a breeder. Okay. I could say something even more disrespectful, but I'm not, because I do respect black women. But I'm just keeping it 100. She is a breeder, and and the male version is a breeder. So I'm just saying. And I know who was the lady that kind of like put her on blast. I remember her. But I guess she saw her hypocrisy. You know, she saw her hypocrisy, which it was. You talked all that shit about black men and said they do this, they do that, but you hooked up with the very type of black man you was telling your constituents or your subs or your followers to watch out for. And I guess it didn't work out. So now all of a sudden, you on this tear, you out to destroy the reputation of black men. Like I said, she don't want to take accountability for what she did. She went out there and linked up with that dude. But once again, you have people that follow her and listen to that bullshit. I don't want to be, and I'm gonna make this clear. If somebody see this video that support her, um, stay away from my channel. I don't. I'm not debating nobody. I don't want to talk about that shit with anybody. I'm not coming on the channel. I don't want to do none of that shit because it ain't no use. It's no use. But I'm just putting this out there because this needed to be said. I do feel that um, I feel like she's toxic, and I feel sorry for any of the black women that follow her. And it's a few more people like her. It's some more. It's a couple of people. And I just, like I said, let's just look at her history. And there's been some black men that tried to be cool with her, that tried to give her a lane, but she always would turn on them or stab them in the back, or you know what I'm saying, or blindside them. I first saw her on Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel, and he gave her an outlet. Now it is a question mark about Dr. Boyce Watkins' character. It really is. Because like I said, I'm weary of Dr. Boyce Watkins. I mean, I've learned some things from him, but I have to admit, I'm not going to donate any money to him because, you know, um, he deals with Sean King, and we all know you can't trust Sean King. Sean King is a liar and a fraud. I don't know. Maybe it's because they both from Kentucky. I don't know. Maybe it is that or something. But this needed to be said. That's where I first saw her from, and when she was talking, and keep in mind, she was talking that pro-black stuff too at first, but then she gradually eased into the black man bashing thing, and I just remember that shit. I remember it. I thought she was smart, and I used to tell people to check her out. I was a big supporter of Cynthia G at first when she came out. I was like, hey, this is what I'm talking about, a smart black woman. Then she just gradually went to this black man bashing shit. And now that's what her whole channel was dedicated to now, just attacking black men. And I gotta ask the black women that follow her that got black sons, and you listen to that hatred and vitriol she has for black men, and you go back, do you go back and treat your son like that? Especially if you have a black son. I don't see how any black woman that have a black son could listen to that bullshit. But I don't know. You do you, boo-boo. But for real, let's run down a little bit of her history again. Once again, she used to be with Dr. Boyce Watkins. And then once again, she started gradually talking that black man bashing shit on his channel. And then he kind of gave her the boot. Then she was, a so-called supporter of Tariq Nasheed. Now, I didn't mind when she had either, whatever that nigga name is, Jesse Lee Peterson, because he is a Supreme House nigga. And I didn't care when she would either Tommy Sotomayor, because I'm not a Tommy Sotomayor guy whatsoever. Now, I remember she was supposed to be cool with Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed used to show her some love. A couple of other people used to show her some love. And then when Tariq Nasheed had that falling out with that lady, and he basically let her go, I guess she was working with him and he fired her. Well, she went and brought that lady on her show. Just like she recently brought that cornball Puerto Rican chick on her show, that clout chasing ass wench. So I'm just saying, she got a history of doing that. Even when black brothers have showed her some love, she just got it. She would turn on them. And I guess Tariq Nasheed felt slighted because, like, hey, you said you support me, but yet you had that woman on your show. Then the same thing, she got into it with Jason Black and the Black Authority. Got into it with them, which I don't know why she got into it with them, and that's what I'm saying. Briefly had a little thing going with Michi X. So that's her thing. She really have it in for black men. And I mean, for real. And I'm just, I'm just dissecting her a little bit the same way she loved to dissect, like she know all black men. And I'm not saying I'm not saying all black women think like her, because I know it's some that ain't taking the bait. And there's some black women that see what she was doing. And I noticed the other home girl started to kind of like distance herself from her. I know they occasionally make guest appearances on people's shows and shit, but at the end of the day, I noticed that homegirl kind of like started to distance herself, which I think that's smart. And you got to understand, all her sisters, all her sisters like that white dick. So why wouldn't she? And she didn't say stuff about her, about her past. And I don't want to go into her past and everything. But she swear to God that and she says all this stuff about black men and stuff, but then she says that she would never date outside of race, which I heard that's not true. I heard she already did it. So I'm just saying, that's another thing. I'm just keeping it 100, because I'm not gonna keep making no videos talking about that woman, because I got better things to do. I got bigger fish to fry. But I just wanted to, put this out there, because I just gotta ask black women, why do y'all even listen to her? Because like I said before, keep thinking that the grass is greener on the white side. Keep thinking that a white man is gonna treat you better than a black man. That's not true. Keep thinking that an Asian man gonna treat you better than a black man. That's not true. Keep thinking that a Hispanic man is gonna treat you better than a black man. That's not true. Oh man, just stop it. I just wanted to keep it 100. So thank you for listening to this video. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.